Okay, he's gonna try again.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yay. Great.
I'm gonna try to put this plug this headphone in. Is that cool or
Oh, okay, try.
hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
We got
Awesome.
action. All right.
Awesome. Awesome. That's
Sorry
great.
about that. I don't know what happened.
No, it might have been me. That would really suck. That would really suck.
Yeah.
So, thanks for joining us. How are you?
I can figure out this video thing. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
All technical difficulties
Oh,
and
I
all of that
know. I
jazz.
know. That's technology for you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, good to be here. This is exciting. I
Yeah,
appreciate the invitation.
absolutely. So please tell us all about how you became a chef.
Oh wow, we jump right into it. Y'all don't play around.
Hey.
Um, no warm up. Yeah, just no. But a great question right off the bat. What you doing? Um, I loved cooking when I was young. Watching my mother, great cooks. My mother's
Mhm,
still with us. My grandmother's not, and
mhm.
entertaining through food. We're
Sure.
very fun and lively family,
Mhm,
so it's, I guess, my opportunity to introduce that to other people. And I took a home ec class when I was in
mhm.
eighth grade and made a lasagna and made some clothes. And I knew my clothes stunk, but my lasagna was pretty good. So I just knew at that point, I guess I was 13 years old, that
Oh,
this is
wow.
what I wanted. I wanted to be a chef or a comedian, and
Okay.
comedy thing, I'm still working on that. But I just loved it. I just loved it, and it's been great so far.
And you're from Virginia, correct?
Alexandria, Virginia. Yes.
Wow, I didn't know you were from okay, you're really from the DMV. I don't know why I thought you were from further out.
Oh no. Well, I was when I was on Hell's Kitchen. I was living in a place called Spotsylvania. I don't know if you
Oh,
know
Yeah, I
Spotsylvania.
know Spotsylvania County. Yeah. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
that's, some people think I'm from there, and I love
Oh, okay.
Spotsylvania, but that's not hometown.
Gotcha. 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 So did Hell's Kitchen kind of change things for you? Did that sort of speed up your career?
It did. It changed a lot. Not everything, but it changed a bunch of it. Gave me a lot more opportunities. It was a
Mm-hmm.
it was a great springboard for my career, and still is. It still serves me to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm grateful for being on there, and it was hard. It was hard as hell. So
It looked
uh,
hard.
yeah, it, anything like that you put I put all of that work into, it
Yeah,
should pay off. I'm sorry, am I
sure.
giving you too much reflection here? Is that
No, you're fine. I can see
okay?
you.
All right, look, gotta again tighten myself up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. All right. There
So
we go.
so now so you're at Howard Theater, right?
Yeah, I'm at the historic Howard
Mm-hmm.
Theater down in DC, the
Mm-hmm.
Shaw neighborhood. That was rebuilt about, I guess, 4 years ago, four or
Mm-hmm.
so, and gone through some transition. Wonderful acts there. I mean, if you know the history of the Howard Theater, it's just a
Sure.
great place to work. So
Mm-hmm.
when they called me and asked me about the opportunity, I was really excited. Change the menu, do some new exciting things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a wonderful place to be.
That's awesome. So I have a question for you. Are you a drinker?
Yeah, yes, I am. Uh,
What are you having? Look at that. What are you having?
well, normally I'm a bourbon or a Scotch kind of
Oh, I
guy,
love it. Okay.
but I felt like it wouldn't be right if I didn't have something to swirl when I was in the swirl suite. So this is I believe he poured me it's a Hogue Cabernet, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
it's good. I like it.
So, do you have to spend much time with wine at the restaurants that you've worked at? Do you have to do many pairings?
Generally, it depends. So my last restaurant I opened in DC. There was a beer and barbecue place, so we just had a few wines,
Oh,
but
okay.
generally yes, and that's changed over the course of the last 10 years with the way, I guess, wine or beverage, alcohol
Mm-hmm.
beverage has approached food or has been paired, right? So
Sure.
we've gone into some different spirits and a bunch of beer, So I still am, somewhat versed in wine pairings. So to answer your question, yes, it
Okay.
always comes up because wine and food were made to go together.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it still happens.
Gotcha. So you have a wife and kids, right?
I do, yeah,
So
three children.
what is their favorite meal for you to cook?
Um, Favorite, probably my fried chicken. It's
Oh
pretty,
my God. Wait, so
yeah.
you did, if I remember this correctly, did you do the fried chicken and the greens in the menu for Ben's Next Door?
That was me, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, yeah. I know your
You
fried
like that?
chicken. It is
Okay.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I
really good.
appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, okay, okay. You did a
Yeah.
little homework, you know it.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, listen, I've been when you were in Hell's Kitchen, it was still very early in the show. So I've followed you for a very long time. So
Hmm.
yes, I know where you've been. Some places. Some
Thank you.
places. Yeah.
Yeah, Ben's Next Door was a great experience.
Hmm.
What we did with the menu there, and I was really
Hmm.
happy to do it. But yeah, that's where I introduced the brine fried chicken.
Hmm.
That was my first time cooking in DC since Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it was real cool. Yeah, I'm glad you. Yeah, the greens, the kale, that was good
Hmm.
with the smoked turkey,
Absolutely.
and we had the little mac and cheese on the side. So yeah.
So, do you ever pair wine with your food at home? If so, what's your favorite pairing?
Oh yeah, all the time. Um, I don't know if I have a favorite pairing.
Okay.
I just came back from Napa a week or
Hmm.
two ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with ZD Wines. ZD is a vineyard out there, and I use this founders the founders Pinot Noir.
Hmm.
So it's the founders reserve, and there was a lot of I had to come up with a dish to pair along or to pair along with the wine.
Hmm.
Went really well. So. It was a lot of pressure using the founders. All the family
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
So I made like this. I'm a Southern cook, so I have to
Sure.
do what I have to do. What was surprising is that it stood up. I made a duck with like a barley hoppin' john, this roasted duck, and some crackling in it, some duck crackling, and
Mm.
like a grilled peach, and it really
Oh
stood
my
up
God.
very well. Yeah, it was great. We
That
got
sounds
some good
amazing.
reviews. It was excellent. It was like a barbecue duck, as a matter of fact. So
Hmm.
stood up really well up against all that spice and sort of that that punch from the dish,
Sure.
and it was surprising to me. So that's kind of like my new favorite right
Mm.
now is that ZD Founders Pinot with something spicy and a nice little bit of earthiness from. I didn't have any mushrooms in there, but with the barley and the black eyed pea and the duck jus, it held up really well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
My next question is there something that you really don't like cooking?
Hmm. Um, that's a good question. I like, it's my business, so
Hmm.
when when someone asks me to cook
You
it,
got to cook it.
pretty much.
Okay.
But I'm a little over. I think in this country and in our field, we've done, especially being a Southern cook, we've done, cream and bacon and pork belly and
Hmm.
maybe even short ribs. Short ribs are a favorite of mine because my mother does them so well.
Hmm.
But I think we've overdone some of just some of the usual suspects
Okay.
and a bunch of sugar. So I'm the way I am in my career. I still, I'll cook a great fried chicken and some greens and some mac and
Hmm.
cheese. Nothing wrong with that. That'll always be a favorite. But I'm really
Sure.
over the old way. I'm really all about pushing it forward and how can we push boundaries and create new uh, techniques, if you will, or just new
Hmm.
ways to create flavor in these experiences. So,
Mm.
bacon is always great to put on the menu. Everybody loves bacon and cream and sugar and salt.
Hmm.
But it's just, it's like to a rapper. It's just like you can say a bunch of curse words that rhyme, but are
Mm.
you really are
Hmm.
you really telling a story? I'm not
Sure.
a rapper, but so so that's what I can relate it to. It's just
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of that. Like, what can you do without, what can you do with vegan cooking or plant-based cooking? Can you
Sure.
make a dish that the hardcore meat eater would
Hmm.
say, that's
Right.
amazing.
Right.
So yeah.
Hmm. All right. So, okay, so say you get off work one day. You've been
Hmm.
cooking all day. You want some soul food, but you don't want to cook it. Where do you go?
Oh man, that's in general or
Uh,
just
in this
something
in
that's
this
open.
area, in this area, you're getting off work, you're leaving Howard Theater. Where are you going?
Oh gosh. Um, that's so tough. And
Uh,
you said soul food.
soul food. I really like to know where chefs eat.
Was close, was open, and was quick, you know.
Okay.
But as far as soul food, you know, so we got a spot. So I get off really late. Sometimes I get off and the sun is coming up. So it
Oh,
ain't, you know,
wow.
it's nothing open, but I'm a little hesitant.
Okay.
So we have this spot in Woodbridge, um, and she's not open late at all. It's it's this wonderful Salvadorian woman
Hmm.
who's cooked some amazing soul food, and it's called Mini Fuentes Grill. And I don't even want to call it. It is a hole in the wall,
Okay.
but it's just her. Like she does the shopping, she does the cooking, she takes the orders,
Hmm.
and I had to peek around the corner. I was like, who grandma you got back there? Like you ain't cooked this, Miss Blanca. She's like, yes, I did. I've been cooking soul food longer than you've been alive.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
so that's my one spot in Woodbridge. It's not open late.
Okay.
It's open 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm really, you know, soul food. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we got a lot of areas to improve in DC.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Okay.
you know,
All right.
so I'm not. I'm real picky about it. I think we overdo it sometimes, and sometimes we bastardize it. Like we go a little too hard the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Soul food is really really special and important to me, and
Yeah.
I don't so I think sometimes we go a little too hard or not hard enough with regard to staying true to the culture and where it was, where it's come from, where it
Yeah.
came from. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So no big places right now, but the place in Woodbridge, I mean, she's doing a great job, and I love it.
Absolutely. So, so you told me about a fundraising event that you're doing pretty soon. Tell me about that.
Yeah, thank you. We're it's Heart and Soul,
Hmm.
Heart HeartandSole. So it's a fundraiser for a faith-based nonprofit that I work with, Central Union Mission. They've been in business for probably for I think over 100 years. I'm certain. And in short, they're combating homelessness, just like
Mm.
many other great organizations in this city.
Hmm.
They're one of many, and they're doing great work. And we're raising money to help them feed to serve 1 million meals this winter.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
it's a bold mission, but we need everyone's support, and it's a great event. Right, we have a bunch of chefs and some wine and some beer and some cocktails and some entertainment and a battle of chefs. We got two battles going on. My man Chef Potter was doing something with the young chefs, and I'm doing something with five amazing chefs. They're gonna have like a chop style battle in the beginning of the VIP
Oh,
portion, which
wow.
just sold out today. So next year for anybody that didn't
Oh,
get
that's
tickets, but
awesome.
it is great. And it's just a great time. And chefs, what you still can get tickets to is the party, and that's chefs that created dishes based upon their first sneaker. So I'm
Hmm.
sorry, based upon a sneaker or a shoe. It doesn't even have to be
Okay.
a sneaker. So it's just a great event, and there's so many wonderful events in the city, but there's nothing like this, and we
Hmm.
encourage everyone to come on out. Hope to see you there in the whole Swirl Suite. We'd love to have you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. So before we go, I have a few rapid fire questions for you. Okay,
Oh man. Okay.
they're totally random. One word
Okay.
answers. Okay. All right. First one. Cheese curls or Cheetos?
Cheetos.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxes, baby.
Okay. On your fries, do you smother ketchup or do you dip?
Smother.
Smother? Okay. All right. Early riser or night owl?
Both.
Basketball or football?
Basketball.
Okay. Last question. Do you eat chitlins?
Hell no. Excuse my language. Nah, I'm Southern. I love soul food. I got family that eats them. I ain't touching no chitlins. I cook
What?
them if I have to. Nope, not me.
That was my next
Nah,
question. I was going to ask you if you cook chitlins.
I cook anything. I
Hmm.
sure. I mean, many cultures around this world eat chitlins. I was raised. We were raised in the. First of all, for me eating pork, I was born Muslim. Right, my father was Muslim,
Really?
so I didn't eat pork probably until about 8 years ago, maybe 9, 10 years ago. So that's bacon is easy to eat. You talking about the intestine? I mean, every we had a poster up on the wall in the living room that said pork is the devil. So for me to get over
Whoa.
that,
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
we didn't, but it was in Muslim culture, like pig is not a good animal, so to
Sure.
speak. So anyway, but even still, I just I ain't. I'm staying away from tripe. All the
Mm-hmm.
gastrointestinal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nah, that ain't me. So
Oh
I
my
cook it though. I
gosh.
cook it, and I pair it with some wine if I need to.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Well, that pretty much wraps up our show. Chef Rock, thank you so much for joining us. Please tell everybody where they can follow you.
I'm on Instagram some days. Rock Harper, RockHarper. Twitter, Rock_Harper, and I think I'm on Facebook too. My people tell me so. But just give me a shout. I hope to see you and everybody at Heart and Soul on Thursday. You can still buy tickets on Eventbrite, Heart and Soul today. But just give me a shout on Instagram and just say hello. Let me know what you're cooking and let me know what you're drinking. But this was absolutely amazing. I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, no problem at all. Guys, don't forget to follow the Swirl Suite and follow me at Vine Me Up, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, pretty much everywhere. And follow the Swirl Suite on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud as a podcast, and also YouTube. Cheers.
Cheers.